What up, bros? I'm Frank. This is another episode of Nerf Stereotypes. This one came in as a viewer request. A little bit less of a stereotype, more of a humorous profile, but whatever, that's what the series is now. The highly requested Nerf Cowboy stereotype. Let's get started. You feeling lucky? I'm gonna go over my Nerf gear. I'm a cowboy. When I'm not out in the wilderness roughing it with my horse, eating cans of beef and stuff, I'm playing with Nerf guns, like these. Going over my gear, I have a shotgun. It's a little bright. I've never seen these colors before, but it's a shotgun, so you don't have to aim. Oh yeah. Anything with a little hammer here, perfect for me. Other than this one, I have a nice hammer shot over here because it's the fannable gun, so I can be like, yeah. If the catch mechanism, worked like a firearm, that would have worked. The hammer dropped, but it failed to detonate. I might have a few duds. I don't know. There's this new kid around the block that's selling this cheap ammo. Failed primers. Yeah, lame. What I like to do is spin the gun. Really, really safe to do. You put your finger right next to the trigger, especially if it's primed. Then you can twirl it. I just shot my leg. Twirl it around. Works in the movies. What, you mean you can't do this with a gun? Only prop guns? Yeah, because what's a better idea than putting your finger on the trigger and spinning it? Muzzling yourself continuously along with everybody around you. Are cowboy hats not designed around eyeglasses? This is uncomfortable. Lost a bunch of darts, one's in my leg, but whatever, you only need one for a duel. On my hip I have the Zombie Strike hip holster because it's brown and it looks like leather, even though it's as synthetic as it gets. So at high noon, I can be ready for my duel. And over here, I have another shotgun. This is more of a pirate gun, but it's kind of like my double barrel. I'm personally in preference to the under-over instead of side-to-side when I'm talking about double barrels. But, it works, and it's little. This is a ton of firepower in a really small package. You have 2 shots with all this bulk. Awesome, look how small it is. I'm going to keep it over here in this awesome brown pouch. So in my duel, they don't know what I'm going to pull. I can do a traditional draw, or that cross draw, and then fire a shotgun at them. If you miss with a shotgun, you deserve to lose that duel. And cross draw is a little easier on horseback, You're doing this, and however you ride a horse, you can do that. Shells are a little impractical, but I haven't seen any of the little Henry repeaters. That's what I really like, but the Nerf hasn't really caught up to the technology of today. And a bunch of these city slickers keep recommending I use the sling fire. It's a fun blaster. It feels just like a normal repeater. Feels good, but the loading, you put the rounds into this thing. It's like an external thing that holds the darts. It seems kind of silly to make it 2 parts when you could just, push them into the back and then have an internal magazine. It doesn't make any sense to have it attached. I don't know why these city slickers are doing this. But with a nice lever action and a nice shotgun, who could beat me? Well, especially when I whip out the hammer shot and fan somebody. So I think that's all of my Nerf gear. This is also how I walk around town when I'm, hitting up the saloon and other places, in the brothel. So it's not really equipment like for a particular event. This is just my daily carry. Who doesn't want to open carry like 4 different rifles? Oh yeah, Wild Wild West. What do you mean costume? That's my clothes, idiot. Keeps the sun out of my face. Keeps the elements away. And who doesn't like jeans? You don't know how to ride a horse or lasso some cows. No, lasso in Photoshop does not count. It's a completely different thing. So I repeat my initial question. Are you feeling lucky? Do you think you could take me on with my awesome gear? Do you want to duel? Pull out your gun. Fake out. Fake out. It only holds 5? If only there was some way to hold more rounds instead of a cylinder system. Nah, that'd be absurd. Then you might not be able to do this. Or whatever. That is what we know as the cowboy mating call. You go out in front of the saloon in the dirt road out in Nevada or something. You do that. One of the pretty lasses will come out and mate with you. That's what a mating call is for. Or maybe that's just a brothel, and that's why they take that money. I thought it was a mating call, because I'm an impressive dancer, right? So that's my Nerf gear. Hopefully you don't cause any trouble, because I'll wreck you in a duel. Why am I talking into this black thing anyways? What does little red light mean? What is a YouTube? What does that taste like? It doesn't help you survive. What? Entertainment? There's a brothel right down the road, in a saloon right next to it. What more entertainment do you need? You people are weird. So there's the stereotype of the Nerf Cowboy. Gunslinging in the West for days, oh yeah. If you have a recommendation for a future Stereotypes episode, leave a comment in the section below. Just like this one, it might be used in a future episode. But that's this episode. I'm Frank, thanks so much for watching, and as always, stay tactical.